What up, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Vince. I'm back with another reaction video, and today gonna be reacting to my church camp girlfriend. That's the title already. Wow, by Young Don the Sauce. Got another animation video, y'all. I know y'all been wondering where your boy has been, man. I'm trying to wrap up my college semester this year, man. For real, it's only got a couple more days. So yo, after semester over with, all I gotta do is work and then put bangers out for y'all. So hey, that's all it's gonna be. That's the plan. So if y'all enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you're new to the channel, ring the post notification bell so you can be alert and notified whenever I post a banger, man. And oh yeah, comment down below what videos y'all think I should react to next. We get a couple of reaction suggestions. I'm getting around to them, y'all. I see y'all, the people that I always leave comments to. I'm gonna get to them, I promise y'all. But hey, I'm gonna shut up. Let's get straight to the video.
So she's home all day having to deal with this. And if it's one thing that Jamaican women cannot stand, is a weak man. So on one hand, she's sympathizing with me, right? She feels bad that her baby boy is heartbroken over his first real love. But on the other hand, right, she's like, hey, stop, right? Like, get over it. You're 17 and tall. Stop crying. In life, it's important to know who you are and what you bring to the table. Take this YouTube channel, for instance. I know what this is. This isn't Cartoon Network. Okay, I know my animations don't remind you of Rick and Morty, but that's not why you watch, right? Maybe you watch because you relate to my stories. Maybe you think I'm funny. Or maybe you just run this shit in the background like white noise while you play Fortnite. Point is, it all boils down to the fact that you like to hear me talk. And today, I'm here to tell you that you no longer have to wait weeks for a 6-minute video of me talking, because I have just launched a new comedy podcast with one of my good friends. It's hilarious. The first 2 episodes are out. The 3rd episode drops tomorrow. Here's a clip. Take a sample. Is it simping to have a girlfriend that has OnlyFans? What do you think? Short answer, no. Short answer, 100% yes. Short answer, no.
That's a good one.
So you wouldn't date a girl with OnlyFans?
I would if none of her.
I would never claim a girl that has OnlyFans.
It depends on what she do for a living.
I would date a girl that has OnlyFans, but I couldn't. She could not be wifey.
If her face wasn't, what about if her face wasn't in any pictures?
If her face wasn't in it and she didn't have any like distinctive birth,
they gonna know it's you though. It's OnlyFans.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. I might have to say no and yes.
Do you remember my ex from high school? That's a shorty from the My Toxic High School Relationship video.
Oh yeah.
I don't think she fuck with me like that no more, man. Here's why. I think somebody told her about the videos, you know? And without watching them, she just assumed that I was talking shit, you know, because of the title. When in reality, I took the majority of the responsibility for all of the dysfunction that occurred in that relationship. So sometime last year, I shot her a DM, just saying what's up, and she brought up the videos and seemed pretty unhappy about them. So I feel like I should make something abundantly clear. If I didn't make it clear in those videos, I loved this girl. Like a lot. Worst heartbreak of my life. You know, because nothing hurts quite like your first real love. We broke up over the phone. It was a summer break after high school graduation. I was in Jamaica visiting my family right before I went off to college in California. And bro, when I say that I was depressed, just moping around the house all day. And whenever I go visit my mom in Jamaica, right, she tries to get some time off from work so she can spend some time with me. So she's home all day having to deal with this. And if it's one thing that Jamaican women cannot stand, is a weak man. So on one hand, she's sympathizing with me, right? She feels bad that her baby boy is heartbroken over his first real love. But on the other hand, right, she's like, hey, stop, right? Like, get over it. You're 17 and tall. Stop crying. So to help me get over this heartbreak, she signs me up for church camp. Now, understand, my mother took me to church every Sunday until I moved to America at 16 years old. And not once in 16 years
let me stop. Black folks church is always the answer.
Ever consider sending me to church camp. You know? Do you see where I'm going with this? I was being such a bitch about the breakup that my mother was like, this nigga need Jesus. Ain't nothing else gonna help him. So fast forward to the first day of camp, and I get dropped off at the spot where the buses were gonna pick us up and take us to the campsite. And not excited, right? For one, I was going through a phase in my life where I was questioning God. I was saying shit like, I don't know if I believe in a God in the traditional Judeo-Christian sense of the word, but I'm still like spiritual, you know? I meditate. I was being that fucking gay.
He was getting hot too much.
And I also thought just the idea of church camp was lame, right? Like, no cool kids are going to church camp at 17, right? So I walk up to the signing table and I'm looking around. And I'm just like, hold on. I'm not even sure if I'm the coolest guy here.
LOL.
Why do all these kids look normal? Everybody there seemed like cool people, right? It was like 60 to 70 of us. Probably 50-50 guys and girls. And everyone's around the same age. So now I'm like nervous because I don't know anybody here and I've never done anything like this. So I'm standing there and then I spot this cute little shorty. She's standing by herself, no one's talking to her. So I'm like, guess who's about to make a friend? So I go over and start talking to her, and, you know, small talk. And to my surprise, her Jamaican accent was very weak, like mine. Turns out we were both visiting from America, and we both lived like 20 minutes apart in Florida. So that was like my in. I found some common ground to stand on. But of course, after I get the balls to go and talk to her, right, other niggas start trying to squeeze their way into our conversation, right? Because remember, these are young Jamaican men. They ain't just gonna sit back and watch me call dibs on all the cuties, you feel me? So I see what's happening, and I pull back, because I wasn't trying to crowd this girl. Even at 17, I knew that. So I go find some other people to talk to. Finally, it's time to get on the buses. I get on, find a seat by the window, and I get comfortable, right? So I'm sitting there, and then Shorty gets on the same bus. She comes down the aisle, stops at my bench, and is like, hey, is it cool if I sit here? So of course, you know, I gotta play cool, right? So I'm like, oh, yeah, no problem, that's no problem.
Hey, it'd be just like that
Meanwhile,
too.
on the inside, just gave my life back to Jesus. Why? Because obviously there is a God and
funny
he
as hell.
fucks with your boy. So the bus takes off and we have like an hour and change to drive to get to the campsite. And the entire time we're just chopping.
The bus name
it
was
up,
Mandeville.
you know?
I
I'm
just
cracking
caught that.
jokes. She's laughing, and I'm like, okay, I might be in there. So we get to the campsite and orientation begins, right? We get a rundown for what we're gonna do on a daily basis, where we can and can't go in our free time, all of that. So the camp lasted about 10 days. And in a nutshell, one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life, right? Not gonna pretend like I became this wholesome church boy after it was done, but it did reopen my mind to the whole God thing in a positive way. And come on, right? A little bit of Jesus ain't never hurt nobody. I mean, sure, there was the whole like crusades thing. That was pretty bad. And then Europeans did use Christianity as a brainwashing tool during the enslavement of black people in America. And
Getting personal.
And then they did do the thing with the Native American. You know what? My church camp experience was pretty good. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. I made a ton of friends, we played a lot of sports, we did bonfires. It was fun, right? And the entire time, I was still trying to get closer to Shorty. Sometimes we ate lunch together. By the time I gained...
Why has character always got this hot-ass turtleneck
right?
when it's not even hot in his innovation?
Girlfriend at this point in
It's
my
not
life.
cold in his
So
innovations,
I
is it?
couldn't take a solid temperature read on this girl at all. So for like the first 5 days, right, I hung out with her when it was convenient, and I did it in a way where I tried not to seem like I was trying to be around her. But, you know, I'm seeing other dudes trying to talk to her. Also, I realized that I was running out of time. And it got to a point where I was like, if anything is gonna happen, I gotta make a move, and I gotta do it soon. So now it's the next day, right? The 6th day of camp. And that night, we had this little Christian concert thing, right? It was in this concert hall that was like 100 meters from the rest of the campsite. And I say meters because who the fuck knows what 328 feet looks like? So the concert ends, and as we're making our way back up the trail to get back to the dorms, I see Shorty, and she's walking with one of her girlfriends. And I decided that this was the time to pull the trigger. So I walk up to her, you know, I touch her on her hand, and I'm like, hey, can I holler at you real quick? She's like, yeah, what's up? And coincidentally, there was like this little gazebo thing, right, off to the side of the trail. And it had this very dim light keeping it lit. So I knew we could sit there and talk and not be super obvious to everyone, right? And low-key set a mood. So I bring her off to the side, right, we sit in the gazebo, and I'm like, so I'ma just come out and say it, I'm feeling you, and I feel like you're feeling me, but I'm not sure. And this camp is gonna end soon, so I just want to see what's up. You feel me? And then she kind of like giggles, right? And then she's like, "Yeah, I like you too." I lean in, and then we kiss. It wasn't long, it wasn't crazy, no tongue, because again, church camp. But that almost made it like nicer, you know? And I was proud of myself for having the balls to do it. Sure, looking back, shit was corny, right? But at 17. I didn't know anything about anything. Although, I swear I was the man. You know, I just pulled the cutest girl at camp. You couldn't tell me shit, nigga. But it could've stopped me. Big bags. Then we spent the last 4 days booed up. You know, dudes was calling her my girlfriend. And I was on top of the world, right? Camp ends, and we take the bus back to Kingston, where we first got picked up. Everyone got back their phones, which they took from us, by the way. And then I go find Shorty to get her number, because I'm like, oh, this is my girlfriend now, you know? She gives me her number, but she tells me that it's for the house phone of like her aunt's house where she's staying. And then she tells me that she's gonna get a Jamaican phone soon, and when she does, she'll text me. But in the meantime, I should call the house phone. So we exchange numbers, my mom picks me up, and she's amazed, by the way, in how a little over a week, I went from being depressed to just radiating joy. So I get home, I turn on my new gospel rap that I got put onto. It was Lecrae and Andy Mineo, and I'm just so happy, bro, right? So I let a couple days go by, and then I'm like, okay, time to call Shorty, right? I find the number she gave me, and I call it. It rings, keeps ringing, then I get hit with the person you're trying to reach isn't available message. You know, no option to leave a voicemail. So I'm like, okay, cool. Try again tomorrow. Same thing happens. Try again one more time the next day. Nothing. And then I start to think, oh wow, I'm never gonna hear from this girl ever again. But we only kissed like a handful of times, and we only knew each other for like a week, right? So I wasn't heartbroken, but I was bummed, right? Maybe a couple more days pass, and then out of the blue, I get a text. Guess who? Shorty got her Jamaican phone. And long story short, we end up trying to do the whole long distance thing. You know, she goes off to college in Florida, I go to college in California, and as many of you may have guessed, that shit don't work. So after maybe like a couple of weeks of us being at our new colleges, starting our new lives as young adults, we mutually agree to go our separate ways. And I was very okay with it, you know? And at that point, something occurred to me. You know, I realized that I was no longer sad about my ex from high school. And I was now single, happy, and starting college in California. Moral of the story.
Alright, my fault, y'all. Camera Dad. I'm gonna continue the video. It's pretty much the ending, but I'll continue it.
Moral of the story, right? Sometimes people will come into your life at what seems like the perfect time. And while they're here, it's great. But not everyone is meant to stay in your life. And when it's time for them to go, let them go freely. And instead of being sad that they're gone, be grateful for whatever blessings they brought you while they were here.
A workout. And,
I was one of the roommates.
Like I was saying.
Oh, okay, that's pretty much it. Pretty much have to get the lesson out. My bad on the camera down, y'all. It got hot. I ain't gonna even lie. But that's gonna wrap it for this video, y'all. Again, if y'all enjoyed, make sure to like, comment down below, subscribe if you're new to the channel, ring the post notification bell, and I'll see y'all next video. I'm gonna try to get a double upload out today too. So yeah, peace out.